and I am excited to share with you guys today a little bit about how to achieve your visions, how to push through some levels that might be holding you back, and understanding the process that every one of us goes through and what we need to do to actually be more productive, and some productivity hacks that are going to really truly help you get over those challenges and push through those struggles. When I look at vision, I'm always seeing that there's a mentor. It's just the way it's set up. It's the way it is. There's always going to be somebody in front of you who should be able to help you articulate the vision, know how to do it a little bit better, and help you get to that next level. However that looks, you want to be aware, you want to be real with yourself. One of the things that Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 2 is he says, listen, for some of you guys, I really wanted to get you into some meaty stuff. I wanted to get you into some meat, and I couldn't because you're still drinking milk. And the problem that a lot of times we start to have is when we start to look at the top of the mountain and we get to a certain level, instead of going to this next level, we'll start putting our time and our effort and our energy into other doctrines, into other teachings, or jumping from here to there. And so instead of going to where we know we need to get to, we'll start going around the mountain. And we'll start using all of our energy chasing after this guy or chasing after that guy. And one of the problems that starts to happen is we're losing energy and we're losing time. And instead of ascending and pushing past this point of struggle, we're getting stuck doing the same things, just different teachings. And so there's a lot of activity in this, but it's not productive activity. It's not actual action toward the dream. And you want to not get stuck in useless activity. You want to be instead extremely productive in the action steps that are being laid out by someone who's been there, someone who knows the road, someone who knows the path, someone who pushed through and was mentored correctly, and go there with them. All right. So that's part of the problem in 1 Corinthians 3:2 is Paul truly is saying there's a heartfelt cry to get back on the path and understand what your vision is. So you want to really articulate it, and then you don't want to get stuck saying, well, I don't have the right teaching, or I'm going to buy another course, or I'm going to watch another YouTube video, or I'm going to switch churches, or now I'm listening to this guy, or you ought to see this, or we're going to drive 300, 400, 500 miles to this conference. And now, you know what I mean? And you look at the 5 years of activity, but you have still this same level that you're truly on. And so we want to be able to look at what's going on and be honest with ourselves. All right, so now we're looking at Hebrews 5, verse 12, and it's amazing. First, he just wants to give them what they need to get here. And now he's even more frustrated. Paul's frustrated right here. He's saying, listen, you should be up here. You should be teaching yourselves. You should be pastoring yourselves. You should be launching courses yourselves. Your entrepreneur endeavors ought to be full-fledged 100 employee, 500 employee corporations by now. The anointing should have hit you with the teaching I've got available. You should be way up here. Instead, you're still stuck here. And I could feel his frustration. I could feel his pain as he's looking at this pack and this group of individuals who have the gifting. They've got the right stuff. You know what I mean? And they're still doing all this jumping around, and they're going around the mountain. And by now, all of that, if you measure from there to there, they could have been there. And so what we really want to do is understand, number one, who is going to help us get to that level and not shortcut ourselves and shortcut our paths. Let's shut down some of the stuff we're listening to and doing and get smart and stay on that trajectory that's taking us up the mountain to where we know we need to be, so that we can accomplish our vision, not for ourselves, but for the masses and the people who need it. There are a lot of people who need what you got. And until you get yourself optimized, it's not going to explode the way you need it to explode. And it's not the explosion for you. It's the explosion for others. So that's what we really want to talk about and continue to push on And I'm going to do a small teaching series. You can find these videos around here and have some fun with it and really get to that place where you can say, man, I finally accomplished that. I pushed through, and look at what's happening right now. Look at the fruit. Look at the blessing. Look at this outpouring. It's amazing. All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.